Travis Wayne Goodsell. Looks like I get to talk about the total solar eclipse on the 14th down in South America sooner than expected. I checked VentureSky and tracked on the 13th of December. That is Sunday. During the daytime, I think even at 8 in the morning is when I started, there's a warmer air coming from the south and a colder air, freezing air, from the north. And right in the southern eastern part of Nebraska is where they collide. And when that happens, you get tornadoes. But because VentureSky can sometimes change as the days go by, and as land has been less predictable than the Atlantic Ocean, and well, Pacific also, but I pay attention to hurricane season. It's not as reliable, so I'm tracking it right now. But there's significance, which is why I'm bringing it up. Following the day, it gets stronger, and then the cold air is able to push it south into Kansas. And by 11 p.m., it's entering into Missouri, right by Kansas City. Now, anybody who's been Mormon, is Mormon, knows anything about Mormons, knows the significance right next door to Kansas City. We have a massive tornado that is, like I said, it's on the outskirts of VentureSky right now. So it's questionable right now. However, there's significance. And so, obviously, if it were to continue, and this is what I need to watch for the next several days as we get closer to the date, to verify that the VentureSky is still confirming it day after day. It's going to go more into Missouri until it eventually will break up. But we need to keep watching to see when it'll break up. As it looks like now, Independence, Missouri and Adam-on-Diamond are set to be destroyed. Any Mormons here in Utah familiar with what needs to happen first before an exodus can occur? Then we have a total solar eclipse on the 14th. Now, I didn't think anything of it, and I was going to do it in a brush over video. I'm not sure how I was going to introduce it, because South America is out of the equation. Even though it's a total solar eclipse, as I've been trying to instruct you, they happen all the time. It doesn't mean something specific in and of itself. But as South America is experiencing a total solar eclipse, we have this tornado right smack dab in the middle of the United States of America, taking out Independence, Missouri and Adam-on-Diamond. And if you remember, the 21st of August 2017, when that total solar eclipse crossed the whole of America. Where did it pass over? Independence, Missouri, and Adirondack. This is where the connection is made. It's a reminder to us that this is a memorial of this first day of darkness. Remember, there are 3 days of darkness. The first is the 21st of August, 2017. The second is 2023 in October. I'm wanting to say the 23rd, but that seems weird to be the 2023. So I'll have to check that again. And then the third day of darkness is the sign of the death of Jesus, which John says that he is riding upon Pegasus as the sign, not an actual horse with wings coming from outer space. And so, yes, 8 April 2024. All Mormons should know the significance of that date, because it's going to be right after the rededication of the Salt Lake Temple, as that's the plans to have it finished by. But we'll see what happens, as there's some other things that are coming. Jupiter and Saturn joining for the solstice, which is Joseph Smith's birthday celebration. His birthday is on the 23rd, but nonetheless. What's also interesting, and I'll put this on the screen for you as well, is that as the solar eclipse is occurring down south, the planet Venus, which I've told you is Mormons. The church is Virgo, Mars is Nelson. The reason why I know he's Nelson, is Mars, is because when Monson died, that fateful night on the 2nd of January, Mars was at the very top of Libra, the scales of judgment. And so he takes over the judgment seat from Monson. And I know that this is also the case because it was already confirmed to me with the 2016 election. Because when the election's announced, Mercury was at the top of the judgment scales of Libra. And so Trump is Mercury. That's how it works. I don't make it up. That's what the signs in the heaven tell me. And if you believe that God wrote the heavens and writes scriptures from heaven, the Word of God in heaven, well, there it is. But you follow them through the zodiac every month throughout the year, and you can correspond what they do on earth with the symbolism of the various characters of the zodiac. And so total solar eclipses mean collapse and death, even with a rebirth of a new rebuilding or a new appointment. And so, yeah, that's why it caught my attention to see a tornado forming, as it's right on the very outskirts of Ventusky's range. So I'll have to keep watch of that. But Venus is at the judgment scales. It's being judged right now. And Mormons are dying. Mormons are considered the birthright blessing firstborn son of Ephraim. Though he was secondborn, he usurped the birthright from Manasseh. And Mormons believe that they are from Ephraim and therefore are leaders to go around the world and preach and to gather the elect for the latter days after the Exodus. And so with the Exodus story itself, the firstborn of Egypt are the ones who die under Pharaoh. Whereas Moses, the house of Israel is saved because they listened to Moses and stayed home. Did not give in to Pharaoh's extortion threats and flattering speech of how gratitude will heal the coronavirus, or a magical fast, or a second magical fast will cure coronavirus, because the first one didn't work. And so, yeah, this is all significant, and I'm glad I caught that tonight, as I have to stay up a little bit later to take care of some stuff. But be on the alert. I'll link you to Ventures Guy. I'll try to remember to link you to Ventures Guy. And you can watch for yourself. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. We are living in the last days, that's for sure.